Good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again with an unboxing of the new Ryefield Stug 4 from Ryefield. It's a 135 kit as normal. Box rate is plain and simple. Get what you're given. It's quite nice, nice camo pattern. Quite fancy that one. It's got workable track links. And it's kit number 5060. And on the side we just have the usual, same again, picture, and on the side there we have the same, and on here we have a few CAD drawings of what you can do, and on the other side we have a few of the markings, some nice ones among all those to choose from. They're all MIG paints, but obviously you can use what you've got, and it is colour, which isn't a problem. So let's have a look what we've got inside the box. As normal, we'll go through each sprue. I better get sure I've got a knife, maybe blunt, but it'll see it'll do. So let's go for it. Let's see what we've got. And as typical with Ryefield, it's packed to the rafters. It's a decent knife. That one's just a PE knife, it's not just what I need. Yeah, packed to the rafters again to see which stuff. So we'll take the box out the way and we shall go with sprue after sprue after sprue. I'll find somewhere to put the box, so behind me will do. Right, so I don't need a knife now because they're resealable bags on Ryefield kits. If I can find it. There we go. The rustle of plastic. Right, so first sprue we have has got part of the roof, the sour head, pig's head, what you want to call it, sour cough is it or something pronounced, bit of breech interior, commander's cupola, mainly breech stuff inside the vehicle, because obviously there is this kit again with full interior if you fancy going that way. As per normal, it's all nicely done by Ryefield, nice slide moulding. You got one piece barrel, slide moulding on the choices of God, gone, brain dead. Well, you've got a choice of those anyhow. I don't know what it's called. Bloody hell, it's too early Sunday afternoon, see. Losing that last hour last night killed me. Anyhow, so they're nice. We've got a part of the shell basket, which again is nice and safe. Everything's just done properly, nice and tidy, no flash. Everything's nice. So that's the first sprue. We'll just go through sprue by sprue as it comes out the box, as you normally do. This only arrived, I think it was Saturday, no, Friday, something like that, I can't remember. Yeah, and we've got part of the nice diamond pattern anti-slip thing on the come on Brad, click into gear, click in sponsons. More roof, I think, is it, or rear? Inside panels, I think some of these are, obviously because some of the parts must be from the interior version. Got a bit of Pioneer tools, nicely done, lovely. It's a nice, the gun cleaning rod with the cover on the end, that's really quite nice, I like that. It's really nicely done. It's all nicely done by Ryefield. They really are, nice, crisp, fresh, good looking things, no ugly sink marks where you're going to see them. So far so good. See if we can put, you can always take these off the things if you want and put your own latches and covers on things, but they're quite nice. I do like that. That's quite nice. That's, you can get a better picture like that. Even the clasps on there are really nice as well. That's another sprue, which is nice. Again, I've only ever built one Stug, and that was the old Tamiya, really old one, it's Mark IV as well, but I enjoyed building it, I must admit. So I will eventually do a Stug 3 first. I'll probably do the Blitz tack on one, I'll probably do first. I think if I do Stug. Need a bigger cave. More slide moulding again on the MG, more Pioneer tools, got aerials, engine covers, the tow hooks, the tow rope heads, you know, the all slide mould, more breach I think, is it? Yep. Part of the MG. Again, all nicely done with the slide moulding again on the MG and a part of the barrel. Again, which is nice. We've got the slide moulding on the tow cable things. Again, nicely done. Engine deck. Again, all nicely done. Fire extinguisher lights, a lot of the small pieces. Again, they're all crisp and fresh and nice. You would expect from a new kit. You wouldn't expect any flash. A lot of nice pieces on there. Small pieces. You also obviously have to be careful when you take these off the sprues. But we should be okay. Some really fine butterfly clip. Look at those butterfly nuts on there. You see those? Sorry, where we are. You see the butterfly? I have to be careful with those, taking those off. But all adds to the entertainment when you're building things like this. And again, another sprue, smallish sprue this time, which looks like sides. I think it's not a, by looking in the box, it's not a tub, it's a put together one. Like I say, we have the part of the interior here again. Obviously got the interior detail and the exterior detail for the wheels and things like that, but on the other side we've got obviously got the interior detail again on there, because it's obviously from the other kit. It should be a sprue that's in the same box. And again, more covers, some small pieces, lifting hooks, hatches. Again, all nicely done. Again, really nice. All nicely done. Give me these little sprues first. Sprue F, so this must be one of the small sprues from the in both kits as well, because we have the racks for the shirts, engine deck. There's a few nubs on there that are taken off, but that's underneath that, isn't it? Yep, that's underneath, that's the top. Nicely, nice thin as well. They shouldn't be too chunky, just about right I feel they are. And the frames for the sponsons as well. Again, all nicely done. Really nice. As you would expect from Ryefield. There's quite a few bits in this kit really, when you think about it. Now here we have the main hull and side skirt and side part again on the lower, and engine hatches and other bits and bobs. Again, we have the interior detail on all of them, and exterior detail again. This is the side wheel C. That's the bottom of the Stug. And we have the sides, more hatches and covers and engine covers and other bits and bobs. Part of the mantlet there for the gun on there. And on the inside obviously we got all the interior detail from the kit as well. So if you really are clever and you could scratch build an interior from there, then you're halfway there. Without your bits and bobs. That could be a challenge to do at one point, couldn't it? Try and do something like that, which may be on my skill level though, unfortunately. But like is it Steve Jones that he does the of his own interior builds and scratch builds them. It's really nice as well. Way beyond me though, that I couldn't do it. Well, I don't think I could do it anyhow. Put it that way. We've got two sprues the same, which is mainly the wheels. sprockets and the idler wheel. Transmission cover, return rollers, lots of little bits and pieces, a suspension which is really nice. Again, all nicely done. We have writing on the wheels, but I can't read what it says, but I can see it just. We have the track jig for making the tracks up on there. So we have two of those with the slide molded exhaust, which is nice. We have a set of tracks, obviously spare tracks, they're nicely done as well. Yep, they're nicely done. Little bits and pieces on here, so we've got the wheels and the sprockets and all that kind of stuff. You can maybe see the writing on there, I can't quite make it out. On there, and the sprockets are nicely done as well. And the slide moulding of the exhausts, which is nice. There's no seam line as such to do on there, just the points of the attachment points. Again, transmission cover, the sprocket. I'm not too sure what them parts are. Maybe for the different versions of the return roll, idler wheel, perhaps. And those small pieces there with the detail on those there. That's really nice, whatever they are. That looks really nice, doesn't it? It's probably for the interior or something like that. I'm not too sure what that's for. There's the return rollers up there. Yeah, again, everything's just, it's just nice. It really is. Right, we have the tracks. We have to do the tracks. Just take one out and we'll see how we're how they are. The detail on them looks lovely, and there's no injection marks on the inside of the tracks. The detail is really nice. Small tracks for such a you know, well, I wouldn't say it's a large vehicle, but they are small tracks. Width-wise I'm on about, but the detail again is really quite nice on those. And not many, you know, 1.2 attachment, which isn't too bad, is it? And then we've got the rear, so there's no sink marks on any of those, which is good. So it's a good start with the tracks. They will certainly be used for the vehicle then. We have the casemate. Again, individually wrapped, again lovely detail, again lovely weld seams, nicely done. The weld seams on that are really nice, aren't they? Don't think you need to do anything with those ones. Again, got the detail on the side, the little nuts, rivets, whatever you want to call them, as well on there. So where are we at now? We're getting near the end of the plastic now, so let's just get all the plastic out and we'll go from there. This is, we have polycaps for the wheels, which is always nice. And we have cupolas, an air gun barrel, spare track links, cupolas, another barrel cleaning rods, the jack, again all beautifully done, all nice with the as part of the suspension again underneath, as you can see. We've got more hatches and other bits and bobs. Commander's cupola, we'll turn it round in a minute and have a look. There's the for the filters, for the air filters at the back, you know, the grills, what do you want to call them. We have more slide moulded, still can't remember, muzzles, that's the one I was after, knew I'd get it. Yeah, more slide moulded muzzles. We have another one piece barrel, again, we have the, I think this must be off, this recognises sprue, this could be off the one of the Panzer IVs, I'm sure it is. Even so, you got spares anyhow, I'm sure it is, but yes, I'll look at the other side for the Commander's cupola there. With mud guards, there's a couple of points when you're into mud guards if you want to put fill them in and do them off, depending on what situation you want the vehicle to be in. You may be able to just cover them with mud because they're not very deep. So again, they're all nicely detailed, really nice, really nice. Tracks again, there's no sink marks on these tracks for the spare track links. Nice, very nice. It doesn't look a bad kit to build. And these ones here we have for the tracks, as the workable tracks, we obviously have the track pins to go in a jig. And basically what you do with these, you just cut the ends off the tops and they line up with the track, and you push them in, touch them maybe super glue or normal glue in them because of plastic, and push it in, but be careful you don't put too much, otherwise it won't work. So it can delicately be done, but you know, it's possible. Obviously I've done the Tiger ones, I've done the little Panzer III ones, so they're about the same size as those. And in here we have another Sprue M. Again, all parts are in, a bit more spare track links, and two of those in here. Lot of small bits and pieces on here. Don't really know what they're for, but there's a couple of track links there as well. And that's Sprue M. Couldn't tell you what any of them parts are apart from the tracks. But there's two of those anyhow. Right, so that's the, well, it's not just plastic, one more plastic, which is the clear sprue, which is, there's plenty on there. Again, because it must be from the interior kit as well. And as per normal, you know, you can't fault it, there's nothing wrong with it, it's clear. A little bit of distortion, but what do you expect at this scale? Yeah, you know, typical. I won't take it out of the bag. Plenty there to work on anyway. Right, let's have a look at the PE and the decals, and then we'll finish off with the destruction sheet. Right, so PE, we've got the side skirts. Sorry about the glare. There you go. The side skirts, and then we have another small PE with the looks like handles. Not too sure what the bits and pieces are for. There's a bit of PE there, more than enough. Yeah, there's a bit of weight in there, like, but they look nice. A bit of chain on there, bit flat on there, so yeah, I've got plenty of chain that would work in with that anyhow, so no problem. That's not a problem. Decals, so I say I won't take these out again. I've never had any problem with Ryefield decals. You've got a few options, marking options there. Yep, 2021. Again, there we go. Nothing wrong with those, never used. Or we can just use the stencils, which have been using recently. And last but not least, we have the destruction sheet, which is a typical Ryefield destruction sheet. Nice paper, you know. We've got the assembly icons on the front and the caution, the usual stuff. First two pages are the sprue map, which is nice. And as per normal, we start with the putting the lower hull together on these ones. So there's little holes that we have to drill. Again, all we have to watch the red part, which indicates where it's going to fit. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's called typical Ryefield. Yeah, drill holes and the pieces where it's going to fit. And then we start by putting the suspension on. Start the suspension, the arms and things like that. And again, other bits and pieces, putting the front tracks on the front with the front shackle things and the holder for the track. I'm brain dead today, really brain dead. That's what them nice pieces were for, part of the suspension. It's nice, all adds to the detail. Again, really nicely done. The wheels we can put on at this time, but I won't. I'll make them up, maybe to put on my cocktail sticks ready to paint and things like that. So they won't be going on, but they've got polycaps, yeah, polycaps in each one, which is nice. Again, we have what looks like a tow hook at the back. You see that? It's like a tow hook of some description. And then we engine hatch, you can have it open and closed. Obviously we'll have it closed because there's no engine in this one. Gives you the option. Again, semblance of the track. It just appears, it says make 98 pieces per side. Oh, that rings for the inside the idler wheel, which I thought it would be something to do with the idler wheel. See what I mean? The little spare ring, depending on what version you're going to build. And then we're adding the tracks, which I won't be at that time. I'll have them make them up properly before I do the kit. As I normally do, tend to make the tracks if I get a, in between jobs, I start making tracks for the next kit. And then we start on the exterior again with the jack and the axe and pioneer tools all fitted to the sponson, which I won't be doing at that point. I always keep my tools last, paint them separately. Some people paint them the same colour. And again, for the other side, it's exactly the same with different attachment points. And then we've got the lights going on the front. Nice to see they've got the conduit wire on there as well. Some more pioneer tools, and it gives you a look at what it should look like on the looking down, which is always a nice thing to see, so you can make sure you've got them in the right position. And then we're adding those to the lower hull, which I don't know if I won't be adding the mud guards in here, so I'll be able to run the track underneath. I'll have to see when I get to that point, unless I do what I did with the Merkava, build the bottom first, weather it up, put the tracks on, and then start on the top. I might go that way, yeah. And we're starting on with the upper hull. No, it's nothing too difficult. Again, we've got the exhausts. Again, more little drill holes for the back cover, but for the engine cover. Again, that's all this is all adding to the engine cover at the back as well, which is nice. Yeah, fairly straightforward build by looking at it, but it's always nice instructions from Ryefield. I do like their instructions. Then we're starting on a bit of the gun breech, which we'll probably do because I might have a commander figure in there. It's telling you not to glue parts, so it's quite a little nice bit of detail on the breech. So we can have a couple of hatches open to see what's inside. You'll see that it's quite nicely detailed. Got the chair and all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's quite nice. We'll use that up. And we had in the casemate and the gun breech, the mantlet, and then we're attaching the gun. We've got a choice of muzzle brakes, the spring. Oh, I've got a spring. I didn't see the spring. Must be somewhere. To make it workable, which is a novelty idea, I suppose. I won't be using that as such, I don't think. And then we have the rear, putting the tow cable on. Again, that'll be all folded up neat and like it is on there. It's plastic as well, so it'll be nicely done, I presume. Again, then we're putting the upper hull onto the roof, the rear part of the engine deck. We've got a jack block there. Drill some more holes on the top of the casemate, obviously for other bits. Again, and then we're getting near the end. Again, got the spare wheels going on, the gun cleaning rods, more engine deck. Adding all this now to the actual vehicle. Then we're doing the MG. And the shield, the C-hooks, all the bits and bobs on there. And again, we've got different engine hatches and covers and bits and bobs. Bit of PE. Everything's going straight forward, so getting there now. And then we've got the blocks on the front. These parts with the extra armour. And then we're building the commander's cupola with the scissor periscopes on there, and then putting the side skirt, the attachment for the sides for the shirtsons on there, and then we're adding the shirtsons for the brackets on the back, which is nice again. And nice that they're all individual, so you can leave things off or damage them or paint them a different colour or whatever. And then we have the colour call outs. which is unidentified unit, Summer, Italy, 1944. And then we have a Panzer Grenadier, Brandenburg, Convoy Area, 1945. Very similar. Very similar. Obviously we've got the markings as well put on there. Decals, I should say. And this is a box cover one, so it's nice on there. And that one is unidentified unit, Germany, Spring, 1945. And the next one is a plain yellow, German yellow, which is Stug, Brigade, Taronpol, Ukraine, 1944. It's quite apt, unfortunately. This is an unusual one. I've never seen that one before. You've got the green squiggles and the brown underneath, or the red. German red, which is SS Totenkopf, Poland, 1944. And the Stug Brigade 912 Colon Packet, 1945 in May, which is nice again. That's an unusual one. This one here is quite an unusual one. Never seen anything like that before. And that's it. So that's the instructions for the Ryefield Panzer IV, which is nice. It looks like a really nice kit again from Ryefield. So it'll be another enjoyable build again once we get around to these things. It takes me ever at the moment to build a kit, but I'm getting there with the Merkava. That's coming together nicely now. Getting near the end. Excuse me. So that'll be another update. Maybe I'll do the update tomorrow. So I want to do a little bit of work this afternoon on that before dinner. So like I say, thank you very much again for all my viewers, new subscribers, old subscribers. The comments that I'm receiving are really nice and really cheer me up. You know, really do. It's nice that people take the time to watch. And say, don't forget to visit Scale Model HQ and use my 10% discount code, Greg65, and anything on there you get the discount. So I've got some adding new things daily, so you know it's starting to get a lot of stuff on there, a lot of new kits, a lot of little tools that come in really handy, which I've used. I use this quite often when I'm cleaning parts, so I don't stab myself. I use this quite regularly. This is quite an easy thing to use. It's probably whichever thing you're doing, when you're scraping towards you, and sometimes this blade will slip, so I put it on my thumb or just whatever. But it stretches, quite a bit of stretch in it, so it's you know, protects your fingers at the ends. So there's little things like that, little tools like that you don't think much of until you get them. You think, wow, how could I do without them? So that's it. It's me burbling now. So I say watch out for the next update on the Merkava buddy build with Paul, military model Paul. Although he's finished his ages ago, he's now building one of the jets, a Messerschmitt jet. Which is doing a fantastic job on as well. Yeah, I'm playing catch up because I haven't been here for a week. Need enough. We've been here same as sun in Scotland, so it's nice to be back at the bench though. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very soon with another update on the Merkava.